Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jai Hind, and welcome to Khan Global Studies. I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening, Jai Hind. I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening, Ranjit. So, welcome to Khan Global Studies and welcome to the daily current affairs session. So today, we are going to discuss some of the topics. Let us see the topics which we are going to discuss. The first topic is going to be about ASEAN. Like ASEAN's, we are going to see the East Asia Summit. We are going to see the East Asia Summit in the upcoming few days. And in that context, we are also going to talk about this ASEAN, that what is ASEAN, which one is the latest member, then how many members are there, what is the motto of this organization, what is East Asia Summit, what is the significance of this East Asia Summit. So we are going to talk about all these things in today's session about ASEAN. Second thing which we are going to talk about is the PM-SHRI scheme. PM-SHRI scheme. So what is this scheme all about? What is being done under this scheme? So that is one thing which we are going to discuss in today's session. Third part is with respect to the drug control regime in India. Like you may have seen that recently we have seen this one case of this problem, this adulteration in one of the medicine, which has led to the death of many children. And at the same time, from time to time, there are issues with respect to medicines in India. So we will try to understand. We will try to understand that what is the drug control regime in India. Then the fourth topic is going to about one editorial, that is the relevance of, this is one editorial with respect to relevance of United Nations. That what is the relevance of United Nations in the present times. So these are the topics which we are going to discuss in today's session. These are the topics which we are going to discuss in today's session. But before we go into that, let us solve some questions. Let us solve some questions. So here we are having the question. Consider the following statements regarding green crackers. These are questions on the basis of the current affairs which we have discussed in the last week. The topics which we have discussed in the last week, on the basis of that, we are going to discuss some of the questions. So here we have this one thing. It is non-polluting crackers made from nitrogen-based compounds. Second is saying the sound from green crackers are designed to stay within 125 decibels as per CPCB guidelines. Good evening. So here we are having this one question about green crackers. First is saying it is a non-polluting crackers made from nitrogen-based compounds. Second is saying the sound from green crackers are designed to stay within 125 decibels as per CPCB guidelines. So which of the statements are correct in this case? Good evening. So one answer is, two answers are option number B, one answer C. C option. Good evening, Shiv Shankar. C option. So if we look at this one question, the first one is saying it is non-polluting crackers. You know that it is less polluting, but it cannot be non-polluting. It is less polluting, but it is not going to be non-polluting cracker. The first option is incorrect here. Second is correct here, that the sound from green crackers are designed to stay within 125 decibels. So this second part is going to be correct. So answer here will be option number B, that is 2 only. Second is saying, consider the following: US, UAE, Italy, France and European Union. How many of the following are part of India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor? How many of them are part of India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor? So we have discussed about this IMEC in the last week also. In the last week we have discussed about this. So here we are having this one question. US, UAE, Italy, France and European Union. So how many of them are part of India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor? Question number 2. C option. So if you look at this, US is there, UAE is there, Italy is there, France is there, European Union is there. In fact, apart from this, you will find India is also part of it, Saudi Arabia is also part of it, and Germany is part of it. Okay. So these 3 additional countries are there. In total 8 members are there. In total 8 members are there. We have India, Saudi, Germany. So all these 5 are part of this India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. So we have all these countries. Apart from these 5, 3 more countries are there. That is India, Saudi and Germany. So here the answer will be all 5. Question number 3. How many of the following organisms from India are listed as endangered in IUCN Red List? Tiger, snow leopards, elephants and leopards. US is part of it, yes. United States is an active part of this India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. US is one of the main countries which is part of it. India, UAE, Saudi Arabia, then after you will find that US, then we have Europe, Germany, France, Italy. The US is one of the most active participant of this corridor. So A option, C option, A option. Question number 3. Good evening, Anjali. B option. Tiger is there, snow leopard not, elephant there, leopard is not. So we have 1 and 3, that is only 2 will be the correct answer. Elephant is there as endangered. Then we are having tiger as endangered, snow leopard is listed as vulnerable, leopard is also listed as vulnerable. So these 2 are on the vulnerable list. It is also on vulnerable list. So here the answer will be option number B, that is only 2. So that will be the correct answer in case of question number 3. So I hope that is clear. Why wrong answers today? These were easy questions. There is need of more and more revision. We need to revise a little bit more. So now we are here with this one topic, that ASEAN. So PM Modi is going to attend the ASEAN summit virtually. He is not going to Malaysia. He is not going to Malaysia. He is going to attend this ASEAN summit virtually. Now, if we talk about this one topic, what we have to see? First, we have to look at ASEAN. That what actually is this ASEAN? Association of Southeast Asian Nations. If we talk about this ASEAN, okay, the first thing which you can see here, that this is something which was founded in 1967. It was founded in 1967 by a declaration which is also called as Bangkok Declaration. So there is a chance that they can ask you that how many years have been completed like that. Okay. So it is something which was set up in 1967, and there is a declaration that is called as Bangkok Declaration. It is having its secretariat in Jakarta. Okay. Now what we also see that it is an economic, political and security cooperation. It is a cooperation among the nations of Southeast Asia for political, security and economic regions. Now, in this case of ASEAN, they are having 10 member states, but there is one country which was given the observer status in 2022. And in this month itself, in October 2025, now there is going to be a new country which is going to become part of it. Timor-Leste, it is going to become the 11th member of ASEAN. Now the ASEAN symbol and everything is going to change. It was earlier having 10 countries. Now it is going to have 11 countries. So officially from 2025 onwards, now ASEAN will be an organization of 11 countries, the latest one being Timor-Leste. So there is a chance that they can ask you also about all the members of ASEAN. They can ask you also about all the members of ASEAN. So can you tell me this one part? Who are all members of ASEAN? Like the 11th member is Timor-Leste. So apart from this Timor-Leste, who all other countries are there? Which all other countries are there? Confusion in vulnerable and endangered species. So you have to be sure about this. There is a chance that they can ask you about endangered species and critically endangered species. So tell me this one part. India is not a member of this. India is not a member of ASEAN. We are part of East Asia Summit. That East Asia Summit is related to ASEAN. We are part of it, but we are not part of ASEAN. There were 10 smaller countries, now 11 countries which are there. Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, Thailand. Okay. Then Myanmar. Okay. Fine. So I will not be writing the name. Laos, Thailand, Malaysia. Then you have given me name of what other name you have given? Vietnam, Cambodia. Give me 5 more names. You have to give me 5 more names. Indonesia, yes, correct. Indonesia is there. Turkey, how come Turkey will become parts of this? Turkey is there in the West Asia region. Philippines, Indonesia, yes, Philippines is there. So here you will find Brunei. You are missing this one name, Brunei. Philippines, Indonesia, Singapore. Okay. Laos, Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Brunei, Philippines, Indonesia, Singapore. Okay. So, what else? Any other country? Brunei is there. Yes, Brunei we have written. Tell me one more name. We have got Laos, Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Brunei, Philippines, Indonesia, Singapore. Vietnam we have already written. Timor-Leste is the 11th member. Timor-Leste, it is the 11th member. So one more country. Brunei we have written. Singapore also we have written. Myanmar. Myanmar is one thing, not Japan. No, see, there are no such major countries. You will find that it is the smaller countries which are there. It is the smaller countries which we see here. So here we have the 10 smaller nations of Southeast Asia. Japan is there in East Asia. China is there in East Asia. Turkey is there in West Asia. India is there in South Asia. So here we have, starting from here, Myanmar. That is one country. Then you will find Thailand also, Laos also, Vietnam also, Cambodia also, Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, Philippines, Indonesia, and now a new member, Timor Leste. Okay. So these are the countries which are part of this ASEAN. So now it is going to have 11 number countries, and they have this one motto. They have this one motto: one vision, one identity, one community. One vision, one identity, one community. So that is ASEAN. That is ASEAN when it was established, who all are members, etc. Now, if you look at the India-ASEAN relation, if we look from this perspective, India-ASEAN relation, just to give you a glimpse of it, we have seen a strategic partnership. We have got this strategic partnership between India and ASEAN in 2012 itself. You will find this is the fourth largest trading partner of India. It is the fourth largest trading partner of India. Even in export destination, even in terms of export destination, you will see this, that after US, after North America, Europe, then West Asia, you have the fourth number, that is Southeast Asia. So Southeast Asia is the fourth major export destination of India. It is the fourth major export destination. If we talk about the trade volume, just see the trade volume. We have $120 billion trade with that of ASEAN. $120 billion trade with ASEAN. Okay. Then if you look at this, ASEAN-India free trade area has also been there since 2012 itself. Main source of FDI in India, you might be aware, Mauritius and Singapore. Mauritius and Singapore, they are either on number 1 or 2 alternatively. So we see that more than $150 billion investment has come from ASEAN in the last 25 years. More than $150 billion. That is from ASEAN. And Singapore, it is one of the main source of FDI for India. This is one of the main source of FDI for India. And it has also been part, or you can see that it has been part of India's Act East policy. In fact, India's Act East policy is about ASEAN mainly. It is about ASEAN mainly. So this is one part. We have been having good relations. We don't have that much of challenges. But ASEAN is one country. ASEAN is a block. If you look at this, ASEAN is a block. You can understand this is the most dynamic block in the entire world. It is the most dynamic block in the entire world. Look at this one thing. It is having East Asia Summit. It is having the East Asia Summit. And you know who are the members of this? They are having this East Asia Summit. And if you look at this, who are the members here? East Asia Summit. So if you look at this, who are the members in East Asia Summit? We have ASEAN. Now, along with ASEAN, you will find we have US. With US, we are having Russia. We are having India here. And at the same time, we are having China here. We are having Japan here. We are also having South Korea over here. We are also having Australia over there. And even New Zealand. So you can see that 8 eight very powerful countries of the world, they are the most powerful countries, they are the most advanced countries of the world, and they are coming to summit, they are coming to the summit on of like they are coming to the summit of 10 smaller countries in Southeast Asia. If we look at them individually, if you look at Malaysia individually, if you look at Indonesia individually, if you look at Thailand individually, they might not have that much capacity. Individually, they stand nowhere. Individually, they stand nowhere, but collectively, they are a very powerful, a very dynamic bloc. So there is always a saying that united we stand, divided we fall. So if you look at this region, just look at this one part, West Asia. West Asia is having so much of resources. West Asia is having so much of resources. South Asia, it is having so much of resources. But these are divided regions. These are fragmented regions. And look at the ASEAN countries. 10 very small countries, each having their own set of problems, and still they manage to get all these 8 most powerful countries in one single summit. They are having US and Russia, India and China all participating in one summit. So it is their biggest achievement that they are having the most powerful country at their home annually. There is annual summit of this East Asia summit. This is going to be the 20th summit now. Okay. This one was established in 2005 and now there is 20 years of its establishment. This is the 20th year of East Asia Summit, 20th meeting, 20th summit of East Asia Summit. Then what we see that we are having ASEAN plus 8 countries. It represents 53% of world population. East Asia Summit represents 53% of world population. It represents 60% of global GDP. When we talk about the East Asia Summit, where we have ASEAN plus 8 countries, they are representing 60% of the global GDP. It means in terms of population also, it is about 18 countries, just 18 countries. Out of the 200 plus countries, there are just 18 countries which are representing 60% of global GDP and 53% of global population. See a very important part here. There is no European country. Yes, there is no single European country as part of this East Asia Summit. And still it is 60% of the global GDP. So it is a very important session, a very important summit of the world. Then we have the leaders-led forum in Asia Pacific. This East Asia Summit, it is not about small level officers. It is not about just officials meeting there. It is a summit of the world leaders. It is a summit of the most powerful world leaders in ASEAN. So that is East Asia Summit. This time Indian Prime Minister is going to attend it virtually. Okay. So I hope now you understand what is ASEAN and what is East Asia Summit, what is its relevance. You can understand from exam perspective also. There is 20 years of East Asia Summit. So this remains one of the important topic for your exam. Is that clear? I hope this part is clear. Okay. So very important topic. Very important topic. Now we are coming to the next part, PM SHRI scheme. So why this news article is there? Kerala. Last day also we have been talking about Kerala, and there also we have seen this one part that Kerala government is signing up for PM SHRI funds. Okay, like now Kerala government is also going to implement this PM SHRI scheme of the central government. So what is this scheme all about? Let us see this one. Okay. So PM SHRI, it stands for Prime Minister's School for Rising India. It stands for Prime Minister's School for Rising India. So this is one such thing which was launched in 2022 as a centrally sponsored scheme. It is a centrally sponsored scheme. So what is going to be done? As part of this scheme, there will be upgradation. There is going to be upgradation. There is going to be upgradation of existing schools. There is going to be the upgradation of existing schools. Around 14,500 PM SHRI schools are going to be upgraded from 2022 to 2027. So this is one scheme for 5 years under which 14,500 PM SHRI schools are going to be established. As part of this, like we see that the nodal ministry or nodal department, we have the Department of School Education and Literacy, which comes under the Ministry of Education. This one is implementing the scheme. Now here we also see that the Kendriya and Navodaya Vidyalaya, schools which are managed by union or state, they all will be covered under this part. They are going to be covered, the Kendriya and Navodaya Vidyalaya also, and at the same time schools which are managed by central government, state government or even local bodies, they can be upgraded. They can be upgraded as part of this. Maximum of 2 schools per block. Maximum 2 schools per block. Maximum 2 schools per block. So it is not going to be concentrated in one area or one block or one location particularly. Per block, a maximum of 2 schools can be chosen. One can be elementary school, one can be higher secondary school. So maximum of 2 schools per block. So that is going to be identified as part of this PM SHRI scheme. And what is the simple objective here? The objective is to qualitatively strengthen the existing schools. So it is about upgradation. It is about enhancing the quality of the schools. For the initial 5 years, the fund is going to be shared between union and the state. And later on, after the 5 years, it is going to be managed by the state government. So initial 5 years, it is supported by union. And then later managed by state government. So for the 5 years period, it is going to be supported by the union government. Later on it is going to be like overseen by the state government. What will be the feature of this school? In this school, what will be done? So when we talk about the features of the PM SHRI schools, you will find that there will be presence of smart classrooms, computer labs, vocational labs, etc. All these things are going to be present there. There is also going to be modern labs, libraries, art rooms. There is going to be implementation of national education policy through these PM SHRI schools. It is also going to have competency based assessment of the children. There will be assessment of the children, not just in like they are getting how many marks in math, science. There will be assessment of their competency, how much competent they are across multiple dimensions. So basically, as part of this PM SHRI what we see that there will be a model school which is going to be created. A model school which is going to be created, which will be working as an inspiration. It is going to work as an inspiration for other schools, for other nearby areas. They might also start adopting the same thing. It will ultimately lead to holistic development of students. There is an environmental angle also. Under this part, there will be focus on water conservation and waste recycling. So this is one innovative part of this PM SHRI school, that from the beginning itself, the students are going to be motivated towards environmental conservation, environmental protection. So this is one thing which we see as part of this PM SHRI school. Kerala has also signed up for it. It is a centrally sponsored scheme by Ministry of Education. So this is one part. The second topic. Now we have this third topic. The third topic is about drug control in India. Drug control in India. So can you tell me this one thing? When we are talking about drug control in India, who is responsible for this? When we are looking at any medicine in India, can you tell me who is responsible for regulating the medicines in India? Is it done by the union government? Is it done by the state government? Who is regulating this? The medicines in India, who regulates it? Wish PM SHRI would be in our time. See, that is the problem. That is the problem. Like after every 10 years or 15 years, you will see this one thing, that things will change around us. Things will change around us. Like you may have attended your sessions, I guess from 2010 to 2020. From 2010 to 2020, most of you may have gone to your school. Most of you may have completed your education, school education from 2010 to 2020. That majority of the period may have started from 2007, 2008, but the majority period, it may have been between 2010 to 2020. So during your time, there have been several reforms. Prior to that, there were other challenges. If you go back to 90s, there were more further challenges. In 80s, there were other challenges. So there is always a betterment. With time, there is always going to be a betterment. CDSCO, okay, Ministry of Health, Center Union, okay. So let's see this. There is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. There is this Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Now, under this organization, under this ministry, we are having this one organization called as Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Now this body, it is the apex regulatory body, the top level regulatory body. Top level regulatory body. This is the top level regulatory body which has been established in India. This gives approval. This is responsible. This one is responsible for approval. This is responsible for approval of new drugs. This is responsible for approval of new drugs, clinical trials, clinical trials standards, like what will be the basic standards of medicines. It is also control over import. It is also having control over imports of medicines. So this is one thing, like this Central Drug Standard Control Organization, it is the top level regulatory body for this one thing. Okay. Now there is this one organization, Drug Controller General of India. There is one person, Drug Controller General of India. So who is this drug controller? Can you tell me who is this DCGI? Can you tell me who is this DCGI then? What is the work of DCGI? Who is this DCGI? Drug Controller General of India. So who is this DCGI? In the newspapers, sometimes you will find the name of Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Sometimes you will find that Drug Controller General of India. So which organization is this, or what post is this? What is the role of this one? Remember one thing, this one is basically the head of Central Drug Standard Control Organization. So DCGI, Drug Controller General of India. DCGI, Drug Controller General of India, is no one but just simply the head of CDSCO, Central Drug Standard Control Organization. It is the head of this CDSCO. But this is one part. This is one part of it. This is just one part of it. Now, when we talk about this, we have seen here that this CDSCO, it is like giving the approval for new drugs, clinical trials, etc., etc. But then we have a state drug control organization also, state drug control authorities, state drug control authorities. So what they are doing, like what is their duty? Why are they there for? So they are regulating the manufacturing, sale and distribution of drugs within the states. So they regulate manufacturing, sale and distribution of drugs. In fact, they are also providing sell license for most of the drugs. Some of the drugs come under union government, okay, but they provide sell license for most of drugs. So suppose that a medicine has already been approved by the union government. So in that case, that is approved. Now, if any company wants to manufacture that medicine and sell that in a state, they also have to get the license. And that license is something which is provided by the state government. So at top level, if a new drug is being prepared, if a new medicine is being prepared, being designed, so that part comes under the union government. But sale of most of the drugs, license for that, manufacturing part, distribution part, it comes under the state government. The state governments are responsible for this one task. Okay. So this is one thing which you have to keep into mind, that what is the role of different organization. This is also responsible for quality check and monitoring. It is also responsible for quality check and monitoring. So it is the duty of the state drug regulators, state drug control authorities to check into this, that if some illegal medicines are being made, if the medicines are of proper quality or not. The problem is not at this part that the drug which has been designed or approved is faulty or not. You will find that if there is a faulty medicine, there is a very lesser chance it is going to be approved. But suppose a drug has been approved and that drug is fine also. But if its quality is lower, if something else has been added with that, if it has been adulterated with, so in that case, the quality control comes under which part? State drug control authorities. So there are three organizations which you have to keep in mind. First, CDSCO, DCGI and state drug control authorities. So I hope after this you would be having clarity about this, that who regulates the drug in India, the new drugs, plus who is responsible for manufacture, sale and distribution. I hope this will remain clear now for the medicines in India. So this is another part, that who is regulating the medicines in India, whether it is union government, state government, who have what task. I hope now it remains clear. So now we are coming to the next topic, the UN, the United Nations. So tell me one thing. Is the United Nations relevant in the present times? Is it relevant? Is United Nations relevant in present times? United Nations has completed 80 years. United Nations has completed 80 years. Like from UN, if we look at this, 1945 to 2025, 80 years. This has completed 80 years. When we talk about this organization, it has been founded in the post-World War era. It has been created in post-World War era. Created in post-World War era. It was believed that this one is going to be a mechanism of peace, not a monument of power. Okay. Yes, this is an editorial by Shashi Tharoor. So it was supposed to be a mechanism of peace. It was supposed to be a mechanism of peace, not a monument of power. It was supposed to be a mechanism of peace, not a monument of power. So this is one part. This one United Nation, it was supposed to be a mechanism of peace, not a monument of power. So in this case, we see that why this UN was created. What was the objective here? What was the objective of this United Nation? To prevent conflicts, to uphold international laws, There was an aim that it will uphold human dignity. This one is also going to uphold human dignity. This one is going to promote rule of law. This one was supposed to promote rule of law. This was supposed to promote justice for all. Promote justice for all. If we talk about the United Nations, it was supposed to prevent the conflicts. Now, there has not been any world war. There has not been any world war. So, if we look at this one part, that has there been any world war? The answer is no. Perhaps we have not seen any world war. But at the same time, is there any end to the conflicts? There have been massive conflicts all across the world, from Asia to Europe to Africa to all other parts of the world. There have been conflicts and there have been death of millions of people. There have been death of millions of people in the world. So this one part, to prevent conflict, it is not that much successful. To uphold international laws, has it been successful in upholding international laws? There are certain powerful countries, they have been abusing their position, their power. So upholding the international law, again, this is something which has been highly compromised. When we look at this, promote rule of law, ICJ, International Court of Justice, has it been able to enforce this rule of law? In South China Sea, China is having illegal claims, China is having illegal control over multiple areas. Even ICJ, International Court of Justice, has given a verdict that Brunei or Philippines, they should have the actual control. But then again, China is China. It is not obeying international law. So has it been able to promote this rule of law? Answer is no. When we talk about human dignity and justice for all, we have multiple examples starting from the recent one, Gaza. We have seen the challenges in Vietnam. We have seen the challenges in Afghanistan. We have seen the challenges in Iraq, Syria and other countries, where powerful nations of the world have played games there, they have played war games there, and it has led to deaths of millions and millions of people. There is an international refugee crisis due to war, due to many such conflicts. And ultimately, if we try to evaluate United Nations on all of this part, if we try to evaluate the United Nations on all this part, we see that it's not so much successful. But is it required? If we talk about this, is it still required? Is it required? So answer is yes. This one is highly required. This one is highly essential. It is required. Why? For multipolarity. It is required for multipolarity. This one is required for preventing global conflicts. It is required for environmental conservation, attainment of SDG, Sustainable Development Goals. It is required for voice of the less powerful ones. And it is required as a hope for a better future. As a hope for better future. So there are so many challenges with the United Nations, but still we need them for multipolarity. We need to ensure that there is going to be multipolarity in the future. We need to also have this United Nations, so at least there is no such global conflicts. We need to have it for environmental conservation. We need to have this for attainment of the sustainable development goals. We need to have this for the voice of the less powerful, the global south. And we need to have this for a better future. So this United Nations is required, but this can be done only when there is a reform, in the United Nations. But reform in the United Nations remains one of the most daunting tasks. It remains one of the most challenging tasks in the world right now. So this is one question which I am giving you for mains. Evaluate the significance of United Nations in the present times. So this is one thing which you have to write. Evaluate the significance of United Nations in present times. We can answer this one question in 150 words, that what is the significance of United Nations in the present times. Yes, we can see that there are many such active wars, Ukraine, Gaza, and many other places. In fact, if we look at this entire history, what has been done in Iraq, what has been done in Iran, Syria, and many other countries, that was totally against what UN stands for. The things which have been done in Afghanistan and even in Vietnam in the past, in other countries in the past, what is being done in Africa right now, these all things goes against the UN mandate, against the UN principles. So this is one part. I think on Monday we are having Chhat Puja. I think there is Chhat Puja on Monday, so we might not have a class on Monday, but on Tuesday we will have class. So happy Chhat Puja to all of you. Okay. So we will be meeting on Tuesday, because I think on Monday perhaps there is a Chhat Puja, evening puja. No, not this time. Not this time, Anjali. I could not go this time. That is the problem with migration. Many a times you don't get to go to the home. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. Take care. All the best and happy Chhat Puja to all of you. Thank you.